Hello, my little Draconic I hope that you're all doing well. If you guys like what you see and hear, please like and subscribe and turn on that bell to get notified. And if you guys want to send me your own horror stories, you can send them to my email below. Alright? Today I'll be reading two stories by the same person. So, let's get into it. Mortician here. My name is Lucinda, and I just started working at a morgue about 5 or 6 months ago. Had some strange occurrences as of lately. One particular really messed up with me for a while. Happened around 2 weeks ago. Had someone come in and was casually doing my job when I heard a grumble like noise. Now, it's normal for some bodies to make such noises even after death because of gas buildup. That would creep me the hell out, not gonna lie. I've I've even had bodies just straight up raise their arm or leg for a second out of muscle reflex. However, I tend to talk to myself as if talking to the patient in a way. Now, not like I'd expect an answer. This time, when my patient had gas buildup, I'd assumed the noise was in their stomach rumbling. Under my breath, I kind of mumbled something like, "Damn girl, you hungry?" Doesn't seem professional, I know, but who's listening, right? I mean, that's fair, who is listening? I turned to my embalming machine for a second to fill it with some different components, and not even 3 minutes before I hear a raspy whisper like groan saying, "Very much." I never walked out on a client, but that day I almost did. I mean, I don't blame you. I think I would have. Okay, story 2. Had a lot of comments on my last post of an encounter with a client. I really appreciate the curiosity. Today is a long one, so again, Mortician here. My name is Lucinda, and I've been working at a morgue for about 6 months now. A really recent experience I had was about a week before Halloween, specifically October 25th, and happy early Halloween, everyone, for those who celebrate Halloween. I hadn't had any patients that day, so I was reading my book in the lobby while I was waiting for one of the bass intakes alerts to sound. If you're unsure of what that is, it's for when a patient is called for examination. I bet that is loud and scary. The layout of the lobby from when you walk in is immediate desk in the center to the right of the door leading to my workspace, examination room, embalming station, crematorium, etc. Then to the left is a small waiting area rarely used. I was in the furthest seat to the left in the waiting room, so furthest spot from the door in the lobby when I hear a door slam. I hear stuff like that all the time, nothing to worry about in my office. Typically, when something like this happens, it's that one thing and nothing else. The 25th was different. I'm assuming so. I paused on my book for a second and shortly afterwards resumed my reading. The building is awfully old and many of the lights and doors haven't been replaced in years, if not decades. Shouldn't doors and lights be replaced? Comment down below if you should or shouldn't, or if it depends on the situation. If doors are creaky and lights flicker often, never cut off, the lamp in the reading room was one of the oldest since no one uses it as frequently as the others. I'm still questioning why you have a waiting room. Like, do people really wait in morgues? Like, I'm curious. I had been using this light to read since it was fairly dark out at 7 p.m. in October. When it cut out, I was sitting in pitch black. I hadn't noticed because the book was so good. Like, dude, what were you reading? Like, I want to know. That door was slamming. Noises never stopped. When I got up to turn on the light in the intake bay, sounded. Oh, that had to be loud. The sound is louder and more obnoxious than the alarm which wakes you up in the mornings. Is it really? Like, how annoying is it, really? I'm a jumpy person. Of course, I jumped. I mean, I'm a jumpy person too, so I think I would have jumped too, honestly. When the alarm finished and I got the light on, the slamming noises ceased. Nope. In utter confusion, I had to investigate. Any typical day, I promised I would not have investigated. I think I would. But then again, I think after a while, I would get used to it and be like, normal noises. I got back to my station, got the body moved into my examination table, and was finishing on the procedure when I heard the slamming noises again. Nope. I would run. Again, I remind you, very jumpy person, don't let things like that slide. I must know source of noise. Yeah, same here, honestly. I left the body on the table and walked through the crematorium where the mortuary cabinets are. Okay. Nope. Very cold room unless the heat from the crematorium seeps by the door. Every metal door, even the ones with bodies in them, was open. Nope, nope, nuh-uh. More like a crested creaking. Wait, no. My hair on my arms and neck stuck up and an immense shiver shot down my spine. Now speed walking out of the room, I heard a thwack. Is it thwack or did you mean thack? I'm curious. More of like a crusting creaking noise from the main door into the room shutting slowly. Nuh-uh. Right behind me, silently sobbing to myself, I raced into my office, connected to the holding bay, which is where my patient is. I realized I never finished with my patient after, ever so kindly forcing the rest of my shift onto my coworker. Rude, but I guess it makes sense. Only other thing I can recall is the freezing temperature the whole building had held after the incident. Spooky day. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a spooky day. I mean, I would be spooked. I'm not gonna lie.